Hey, I'm RejectedShotgun. I've got some really exciting news for you today. The new event has been confirmed by Blizzard and teased on their Twitter. And I'm going to go really in depth today and analyze everything they put out there and look at all the community speculation and figure out just what this event is going to be. So without further ado, let's jump right into this. As I'm sure we're all familiar with now, Blizzard has released a teaser for the new event onto their Twitter channel with a very cool, short, about 20-second video with a lot of really interesting lore-based information. And as we know, Jeff Kaplan told us a little while ago that a lot of the events this year are going to be lore-related, so it's safe to assume that this next one is going to be lore-related, especially after the Orisa release with all that interesting storyline stuff going on New Bonnie. Let's take a quick look at what this video is, and I'll give you my thoughts and community speculation on everything to do with this. So first things first, we see mandatory robot registration. We see an image of some kind of map at the top right that looks pretty unfamiliar. Then we see, boom, Tracer at the bottom right in a 3D pose getting turned around. It looks like a new color scheme that we have not yet seen on a Tracer skin. That is very interesting. We also see a map at the bottom left. Now that map at the bottom left doesn't look very familiar to me, nor does the one at the top right. So I really am at a loss for what that is. I want to say it's King's Row, but as we know in Overwatch, King's Row is set to nighttime. Not that King's Row couldn't be set to daytime, it's just usually you would see it set to nighttime if Blizzard was talking about it. So it's possible that the bottom left picture there is actually the King's Row subway station where the attackers, or excuse me, the defenders first spawn. But the top right image is very unfamiliar. It looks a bit like Ilios with the beautiful blue skies, white puffy clouds, but something tells me that is not Ilios. So I have a feeling this is going to be very heavily focused around the OMNICs. This whole event is just going to be all about the OMNICs. It's going to be about King's Row and all of the racist people who do not want the OMNICs to live in human society. They just want the OMNICs to be robots that just do what they're supposed to do. In the words of Torbjorn, do what you were built to do. So they don't want robots thinking, they don't want robots having emotion, they don't want robots getting super in depth. They just want them to do whatever they were built to do and nothing more than that. So I'm really excited. What I'm hoping this event is going to give us most of all is robot skins for everybody. I want to see some OMNIC versions of existing heroes. I think that would be super cool with maybe like robotic voice lines. That would be an absolutely insane skin to have in the game. Now what I'm really excited for is this Tracer skin, because believe it or not, the color scheme that they're showing here, even though you're kind of not getting a very good view of what this Tracer skin is showing, there is some light and dark areas that I'm not noticing in any other skins in Overwatch. I believe this skin is a brand new. It might just be a purple skin because it looks like Tracer's standard set. It doesn't look like it's been modified. So as of making this video, April 11th is only about a week away, which isn't very long at all. And that's about the same notice that Blizzard gave for the other events, such as the Christmas event and the Lunar New Year event. That's only about a week away. And I have a feeling that they're going to add not only a new mode into the arcade, but I have a feeling they're going to completely redo King's Row, maybe make some kind of modified version of it, especially for this event, because this is a mission archive. It says right there on the main part of the teaser, mission archive. This is file number 382, King's Row Uprising. It was 7 years ago in the Overwatch story. It was declassified on April 11th, which is, of course, a week from now, which is essentially when this is going to be released. And I'm going to assume that means that the public in the Overwatch universe is going to be made aware of whatever it is that Tracer did with the Widowmaker in that one cinematic. If you watched all the cinematics, I'm sure you know exactly which one I'm talking about. But if you haven't, you should totally go watch those cinematics. I mean, come on, they're awesome. There's unfortunately not a lot more to go off of other than this teaser, but a lot of people on Reddit did notice some crazy information if you look really deep into this. So what's really interesting is all the way to the top left, you'll notice some character abilities, the icons for them. You'll notice first there's Ice Wall, there's Crossfade, there's Bastion's configuration mode, And there's even a QR code on the robot registration poster, which is either in lore for the robots to access, or maybe it's a QR code that we can actually end up scanning. Then after the QR code, there's even a bunch of blue lines that kind of look like a blue barcode, and the building seems to be some kind of OMNIC sanctuary, which might be like just a safe place in Kings Row for OMNICs to stay because everyone's so racist against them, they don't even want them there. What makes this all incredibly interesting is this entire time that we've been playing on Kings Row, we've been pushing a cart that was essentially a bomb that kills OMNICs. It's an EMP. So every time you're pushing the attack payload on Kings Row, you're really just going into that big molten place where all the OMNICs live, and you're detonating an EMP bomb to essentially kill them all. It's pretty tragic. So it's interesting to see how this event will tie in with the events that we already play and act out on Kings Row, and see how all of this kind of works together. I'm very interested to see how this all works together in the end. I'm very much looking forward to this event. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you might really enjoy my live streams over on twitch.tv. I've got a link in the description to my channel, so if you want to see my live streams, you should go there. I'll be streaming multiple times a week and just having a blast the entire time. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.